Hello viewers, welcome in another video. Today we have another McLarens. We will see McLaren Senna in two versions from two different producers. One is no, that's something why I choose those two, because McLaren Senna in Brazilian livery with Ayrton Senna on it is worth attention in my opinion. And here we have James Hunt, which was another great Formula One driver, and he even drove McLaren. But we will start with this one. This is Mazda in one of those more premium boxes, which I like. I like how they are close with Magneto. I like that click. It's officially licensed, which is very, very nice. Box is quite nice, and the way it's protected, it's on another level. Even for Mazda, because I already showed some of those Mazda boxes, and usually here that was foam, like something you would use when you take a bath or shower, that kind of foam. This one is much nicer. You see, it's almost smooth. But the most important thing is that model here. It's quite difficult to remove it, and because of those mirrors it could be risky, but the model itself is very, very nice. The livery, as I said, we have Ayrton Senna here, and we have Ayrton Senna with helmet here, and the Brazilian livery on it is very, very nice. Headlamps, really nice acrylic inserts, and we can see some details behind it. All those air ducts are very nice, deep with some paint and elements deep there. Look how deep is that mesh, and we have imitation of carbon fiber, plenty of it, not as much as on the other one, but it's still very, very nice. Here it's just black plastic, but it's not bad anyway. Wiper blade, that's the part of the windscreen. Nice details on the side. Very nice wheels with brake discs and calipers. A little bit simplified. Brake discs look great, but do not rotate, which is not as it should be, but it's still more than okay. This isn't a very expensive model, or at least it wasn't when I was buying it. Fancy mirrors with reflective elements, something worth attention. We could see it even in some Hot Wheels models, the holes with glass in it, but in Hot Wheels you couldn't see anything through it. Here you can. Very interesting shape of the casting itself, but you know, those holes again down there are just painted black. Wing is very, very nice with Senna on it. We have more carbon fiber here, but there are no gaps between those elements. Rear, nice. Lights here are just painted, and I understand, because making something acrylic so narrow. It's pointless. It would cost more than it's worth, and then fitting it, if you made any mistake, it would be very very visible. So in this situation, I agree with their choice to just paint those lights, and the shape of the rear, it's very complicated. Bottom is nice. Some would say, oh, it's just too simple. No, in those supercars it looks like that. They still put some effort to make those it's not holes, depression. So it's really nice. From the top you can see interior through those windows. Air inlet, there is some depth to it, so it's very very nice. The engine details are not the greatest, but they are still okay. Even if you look to the side, you can see some painted plastic there, so that's good enough. Exhaust, good enough. Overall, this is very very nice model. But the one we will see now, that's something on another level. This is McLaren Senna GTR James Hunt. It's based on real car. I seen photos of that car and I compared it to this model. It's very very close to what it should be. We have two photos. One is here, and even better, it's there. Of course, this is licensed model. Interesting base. I like what they did, because we have McLaren Senna, we have those red, blue and yellow stripes, and they fit nicely into livery. Model is very very detailed. I would say Mazda was really nice model, good value for what we pay and all those details we are getting. But this model is completely different league. It's not perfect. There will be things, to be honest, two things which I think are better in Mazda. One is mirrors. Not like those mirrors are bad, because they are very nicely done with carbon fiber, with reflective elements. But look at how those are set up. They are just folded. They are not facing to the rear as they should. Maybe those could be folded, so maybe that's special position. It could be realistic. And the other one is this air inlet, which isn't just flat, but is not as detailed as in Mazda. But other than that, this is another level of realism. Starting from those inlets, you can see details so deep. Then we have GTR on the splitter in the front, plenty of carbon fiber, including around lights. The aero details, it's GTR version, so it's more complicated, more elements. Then even here, this looks very similar to Mazda, but we have imitation of some kind of mesh there. Windscreen, that's a similar level. Even wiper blades is part of that windscreen. Again, as I told you, the aero packet on this one, it's much complicated. Look at those holes. It's not just imitation, those are real holes. Those must be separate elements. Very nice wheels with calipers. We can see through that window in the lower part of the door. Those are scissor doors. Then look here. I'm not sure if it's just plastic mesh or not, but you know, it looks like there is some kind of depth to it. It's not just flat one. I think there is a decal on it. That's why it's reflecting. That decal could be less reflective. I wonder why it's there, but it looks okay. Pirelli more aero elements. It's really amazing. The wing is very nice. Lights are painted again, and I agree that's the best solution here. Diffuser is even more impressive than on Mazda. We have McLaren. There we have towing eye there. Then if we look from above, little different exhaust, 2 tips, not 3, but still I prefer this one. If we look at those elements, those are covered with decal imitating carbon fiber, but you can see holes there. Those are separate elements. It's not like in Mazda, you know, the whole thing covered with one piece of carbon fiber decal. And then if you look at the engine, it's much better. We can see metallic elements, we can see carbon fiber, we can see more elements even if we look to the side, so that's very impressive. And then there is interior, which is on another level. Even looking from the side, we can see a carbon fiber seats, racing seats, we can see fire extinguisher, we can see harnesses, because we have harnesses there. Then you know, we can see some elements of the interior there, but because of the narrow windows it's hard to see too much. Steering wheel is properly shaped. I would say, oh, there is another thing which is in my opinion better in Mazda. Those elements stuck on the drive steering column, those are a little bit too thick. In Mazda they were still too thick for 1/64 scale, but here it's even thicker. But this is really amazing model, of course, if you like modern McLarens. So this is all for today. I invite you to comment about McLarens, you know, that's McLaren series. Feel free, I will really appreciate if you comment, so feel free to comment, even if you disagree with me and you will say like, no, I don't like McLarens, or I don't like modern McLarens. I like those McLarens, I like what I see here. Even this cheap Chinese brand is licensed, it's very detailed, and it wasn't expensive. This is more expensive, and we can see why, but this is beautiful model. Even craftsmanship to make something like that, that's something impressive. In my opinion, as for diecast, this is the best 1/64 scale McLaren Senna, but maybe this is my opinion. Probably some of you would like different liveries by CM. They will be as detailed as this one, but maybe livery is different and you like it more. As usual, all the best for all of you and see you soon. Bye bye.